think we on Thursday 4. It's easier to remember where I am by taking it like weekend and just doing it Monday through Friday. All right, what's up, y'all? Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm just gotta make sure that I got 5 views. And that's not a lot, but that's a lot for me. I got 5 views. And I forgot to monetize the last video. So that's what I'm doing right now. Give me 1 second. Five views is like 1 cent, maybe 0.1 cent. Okay. Right there. So if you're watching this, you know I will be in Mexico very shortly. In less than 2 weeks, a little bit more than a week from now. So if you want to donate, to contribute to whatever, if you enjoy my content, you appreciate my content, and you want to help out as I go to my trip in Mexico, like my flights are paid for to go there and to come back. That's not no issue. Okay. Period. But for like, stuff like food and to, I don't know, do things or get gifts, whatever I'm supposed to be doing there. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing there, but I'm going. So if you want to contribute to that, please let me know. I said I was going to get a cash app, but I'm still working on that. All right. Let me see if I can see me. ¿Cómo se dice? Boca? Okay, mi boca. All right. I don't know how to say lips, so I don't even know how to say mouth. I don't know if you could tell, but I've been losing weight, y'all. I'm doing another challenge outside of this Spanish learning challenge. And so I don't know if y'all can tell, but I've been losing weight. All right, here we go.
To say, it costs 5 pesos and 50 cents is to literally say, it costs 5 pesos with 50 cents,
Okay.
which is
Cuesta 5 pesos con 50 centavos.
Cuesta 5 pesos con 50 centavos. Oh, centavos, cents. 50 centavos. The only word that's new or not familiar so far is centavos. Remember, we did cuesta, cost, 5. We know 5 pesos con 50. We know these things already.
Let's see if you can say, it costs.
Cuesta.
Cuesta.
Sí, cuesta.
How do you say 5?
5.
5.
I told you every time I get on here, I start yawning.
Here's how you would say peso.
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 Using what you've learned, see if you can figure out how to say 5 pesos.
5 pesos.
5 pesos.
O 5 pesos.
Did you know that although
Pesos.
are used in many Latin American countries, it is not the only currency of Latin America?
What?
Costa Rica, for example, uses
Colones.
named after Christopher Columbus.
Ew.
Peru uses
Soles.
Guatemala uses
Quetzales.
Honduras uses,
lempiras,
Bolivia uses,
bolivianos,
and there are even more.
Okay, so what is the what? So can you exchange pesos por quetzales or bolivianos? Can you exchange them? Like, can you take cash, American dollars, turn it into pesos, and then turn those pesos into bolivianos or lempiras? I'm just saying. That's even more money, more money.
Try to say 50.
50.
50,
Let's learn how to say cent.
centavo,
Centavo. Centavo.
Let's hear you say cent.
Centavo.
centavo,
Now, can you figure out the best way to say 50 cents?
50 centavos. Cents is plural. Centavos.
50 centavos,
Lo siento.
Here's how you would say with.
con,
Con.
Now, how do you say with?
Con.
con,
Let's hear you say cent.
Centavo. Centavo.
centavo,
Now, how do you say with?
Con.
con,
How would you say 5 pesos and 50 cents?
Cinco-
Literally, you're saying 5 pesos with 50 cents.
5 pesos con 50 centos. Centavos. Centavos.
5 pesos con 50 centavos,
That's a lot of cuss. 5 pesos con 50 centavos. Y'all, if that ain't a tongue twister.
How do you say 5 pesos?
5 pesos.
5 pesos,
Mind you, notice the se makes the se and the k sound, right? Remember we learned that? Or, I don't know. I was teaching my kids this as they learn Spanish. I was teaching my youngest son a while ago. That could trip you up the same way the could sound trips you up in English. When to use it, when not to use it. You will never know unless you hear it spoken the way that it's supposed to be spoken. Just saying.
Do you remember how to say 50 cents?
50 centavos.
50 centavos,
Okay, now try to say 5 pesos and 50 cents.
50 pesos con 50 centavos.
5 pesos con 50 centavos,
I hope I said cinco. I feel like I did it now. I don't know.
Here's a challenge. Try to say, it costs 5 pesos and 50 cents. Or the literal translation, it costs 5 pesos with 50 cents.
Okay. Hold up. We know cost is cuesta. Esta cuesta 5. Yikes. Esta cuesta 5 pesos con 50 centavos.
cuesta 5 pesos con 50 centavos,
Okay, it took out S. Okay, y'all. A Spanish person will know what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Cuesta 5 pesos con 50 centavos. The most complicated sentence I have seen thus far. Cuesta 5 pesos con 50 centavos.
Now let's learn charger.
cargador,
Cargador. Cargador. Remember, He is silent or it creates the strong g sound. So in this case, cargador.
Okay, now try to say charger.
Cargador.
Cargador.
Cargador. Cargador.
This is how you say 11.
11.
11.
Let's hear you say 11.
11.
11.
Good job so far. Now, think of the way to say, the charger costs 11 pesos.
El cargador cuesta 11 pesos.
El cargador cuesta 11 pesos.
Woo! Now, can I say that without looking at the sentence?
Try this one,
Tarjeta SIM.
which means SIM card.
Tarjeta. Okay, I remember card is tarjeta. I probably won't remember that one because that one's a little tricky. But tarjeta, llegó J, giving us the silent, giving us the H version of J. Remember, J can also make another sound. Tarjeta SIM.
Now try and say SIM card.
Tarjeta SIM.
Tarjeta SIM.
Now, how do you think you would say the SIM card costs 2 pesos?
Let me pause it. El, I'm just gonna say el for the, I don't know. El tarjeta SIM cuesta 2 pesos. I was supposed to not look, but I looked anyway.
La tarjeta SIM cuesta 2 pesos.
Cuesta is no es ese, okay. La tarjeta SIM cuesta 2 pesos. Interesting that costs does not have an S equivalent for this one.
Cuesta.
Cuesta.
Good job so far. Now, think of the way to say, the charger costs 11 pesos and the SIM card 2.
See, and I just forgot it already. El cargador, la cargador, there might be el cargador cuesta 11 pesos y la in the SIM, y el SIM la tarjeta SIM 2.
El cargador cuesta 11 pesos y la tarjeta SIM 2.
Oh, I can't believe I got that. El cargador cuesta 11 pesos y la tarjeta SIM 2. Tarjeta and cargador are probably words you want to write down and put on flashcards because their translation is drastically different sounding from the English translation. Cargador, tarjeta.
Now, let's learn 13. Ready?
13.
Let's hear it again.
13.
13.
Nice. Now practice saying 13.
13.
13.
Listen and repeat the following,
Total.
which
Tot-
means total.
Total.
Let's see if you can say total.
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 Based on what you already know, how would you say it's a total of 13 pesos?
Está I don't know. Está un total de mm, 13 pesos o es la total, esta, no sé. Is it esta or es? I don't know, y'all.
Es un total de 13
Eh,
pesos.
es un total de 13 pesos. Okay, so as you can see how, um, even though I didn't know it, I was able to try to figure it out. Try to figure out if it's este or es. Now, the better I get, the the quicker I will know, or the better at recognizing when to use es or este. I'm sure there is um a rule onto when and when not to use it. I think este is for nouns, or permanent. Yeah, I think it's for permanent. Um, but that's how you kind of figure out what to do, how to do it, and how to structure the sentence and what versions of the same thing to use. Es un total de 13 pesos.
Now let's learn plus.
Más,
Más.
Math looks a little different in some countries. While the symbols for multiplication and division are known in Latin American countries, some places also use a raised dot for multiplication
Okay.
and a colon for division. Additionally, the use of periods and commas in numbers are sometimes the opposite of what you might expect. Some countries use commas for decimal fractions and periods for large numbers. In other words, 0.25 would be written as 0.25, and 2000 would be written as 2.000.
Okay. We also use the colon and the raised dot for multiplication. So just remember, y'all. I'm a try and remember.
Let's see if you can say plus.
Más.
más,
Good job so far. Now, think of the way to say 11 pesos plus 2 pesos is a total of 13 pesos.
11 pesos más 2 pesos es un total de 13 pesos.
11 pesos más 2 pesos es un total de 13 pesos.
Yay.
What's the way to say the charger costs 11 pesos and the SIM card, too?
El cargador cuesta 11 pesos y la tarjeta SIM 2.
El cargador cuesta 11 pesos y la tarjeta SIM 2.
El cargador cuesta 11 pesos y la tarjeta SIM 2.
Nice. Now practice saying 11 pesos plus 2 pesos is a total of 13 pesos.
11 pesos más 2 pesos es un total de 13 pesos.
11 pesos más 2 pesos es un total de 13 pesos.
13.
Okay, now try to say charger.
Ah, cargador.
Cargador,
Cargador.
Let's hear you say 11.
11.
11.
Now, how do you say the charger costs 11 pesos?
El cargador cuesta 11 pesos.
El cargador cuesta 11 pesos.
Now try and say SIM card.
Tarjeta SIM.
Tarjeta SIM.
Nice. Now practice saying, the SIM card costs 2 pesos.
El tarjeta SIM cuesta 2 pesos.
La tarjeta SIM cuesta 2 pesos.
Nice. Now practice saying, 13.
13.
13.
Let's see if you can say total.
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 Do you remember how to say, it's a total of 13 pesos?
Es un total de 13 pesos.
Es un total de 13 pesos.
Let's see if you can say plus.
Más.
Más.
All right, y'all, we did it. We have completed lesson 4 of chapter 2 of unit 2. Yeah, there are a few more days, and then y'all see me in wonderful Mexico. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Please give me comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Friday. What's Monday? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'll see you Friday, tomorrow. And then I think Monday. Yeah, and then next week. I think somewhere next week is when I leave, or the week after, the beginning of the week after. Yep. Okay. Bye, y'all. Oops,